Hello, friends. We're diving back into the book of Job here, a channel where the biblical backgrounds matter. You'll remember that Eliphaz had tried to counsel Job and figure out what he had done wrong to deserve his suffering. And Job had responded to Eliphaz in the previous chapters. But now we get into chapter 7, and Job asks a series of questions. Is there not a time of hard service for man on earth? Are not his days also like the days of a hired man, like a servant who earnestly desires the shade? And like a hired man who eagerly looks for his wages, so I have been allotted months of futility, and wearisome nights have been appointed to me. When I lie down, I say, when shall I arise, and the night be ended? For I have had my fill of tossing till dawn. My flesh is caked with worms and dust. My skin is cracked and breaks out afresh. My days are swifter than a weaver's shuttle, and are spent without hope. So Job is explaining his suffering and how he is basically without comfort here. He can find absolutely no reason for his suffering, and absolutely no comfort in it. Verse 6, my days are swifter than a weaver's shuttle, and are spent without hope. Oh, remember that my life is a breath. My eye will never again see good. The eye of him who sees me will see me no more. While your eyes are upon me, I shall no longer be. As the cloud disappears and vanishes away, so he who goes down to the grave does not come up. He shall never return to his house, nor shall his place know him any more. Therefore I will not restrain my mouth. I will speak in the anguish of my spirit. I will complain in the bitterness of my soul. Am I a sea or a sea serpent, that you set a guard over me? When I say my bed will comfort me, my couch will ease my complaint, then you scare me with dreams and terrify me with visions, so that my soul chooses strangling and death rather than my body. I loathe my life. I would not live forever. Let me alone, for my days are but a breath. You'll remember that the book of James says that our life is but a vapor. We are here today and gone tomorrow. Jesus said in his earthly ministry, whosoever loves his life will lose it for my sake. But whosoever hates his life shall be my disciple, and he will find his life in the end. So we finish out Job chapter 7. What is man that you should exalt him, that you should set your heart on him, that you should visit him every morning and test him every moment? How long will you not look away from me and let me alone till I swallow my saliva? Have I sinned? What have I done to you, O watcher of men? Why have you set me as your target so that I am a burden to myself? Why then do you not pardon my transgression and take away my iniquity? For now I will lie down in the dust, and you will seek me diligently, but I will no longer be. He says, my days are but a breath. Life on this earth is short. What is man that you should exalt him? That you should set your heart on him, that you should visit him every morning and test him every moment. How long will you not look away from me? How long will you not look away from me and let me alone till I swallow my saliva? Have I sinned? Remember, in the beginning, Job was the one that clung to God, and he shunned evil. He did good in the sight of the Lord. So he didn't understand why he was being tested. But you'll remember that God is sovereign and he is in control. The devil is only able to do what God allows him to do. So this was basically a test of Job's faith. With every amount of suffering God allows us to go through, he gives us his strength. He is sovereign over the situation. We may never understand every little bit of suffering that we do in this lifetime, but always remember this: God is the sovereign one. Job was beginning to wonder if he had sinned. He says, "What have I done to you, O watcher of men?" He was now questioning God. "Why have you set me as your target, so that I am a burden to myself? Why then do you not pardon my transgression and take away my iniquity? For now I will lie down in the dust, and you will seek me diligently, but I will no longer be." At this point, Job seems to have been wishing death on himself. We'll get into chapter 8. Then Bildad the Shuhite answered and said, "How long will you speak these things, and the words of your mouth be like a strong wind? Does God subvert judgment, or does the Almighty pervert justice? If your sons have sinned against him, he has cast them away for their transgression. If you would earnestly seek God and make your supplication to the Almighty, if you were pure and upright, surely now he would awake for you and prosper your rightful dwelling place. Though your beginning was small, yet your latter end would increase abundantly." Remember the background of this. In the Old Testament, particularly in the land of Uz, suffering was acquainted with sin, and prosperity was equal with righteousness. But God sees the exact opposite. So let's finish out the chapter. Verse 8. "For inquire, please, of the former age, and consider the things discovered by their fathers. For we were born yesterday and know nothing, because our days on earth are a shadow. Will they not teach you and tell you and utter words from their hearts? Can the papyrus grow up without a marsh? Can the reeds flourish without water? While it is yet green and not cut down, it withers before any other plant. So are the plants of all who forget God, and the hope of the hypocrite shall perish, whose confidence shall be cut off, and whose trust is a spider's web. He leans on his house, but it does not stand. He holds it fast, but it does not endure. He grows green in the sun, and his branches spread out in his garden. His roots wrap around the rock heap and look for a place in the stones. If he is destroyed from his place, then it will deny him, saying, I have not seen you. Behold, this is the joy of his way, and out of the earth others will grow. Behold, God will not cast away the blameless, nor will he uphold the evildoers. He will yet fill your mouth with laughing, and your lips with rejoicing. Those who hate you will be clothed with shame, and the dwelling place of the wicked will come to nothing. Now you fast forward to the New Testament. This basically parallels the fact that in the end, we will be glorified by God for all the suffering that we have done in this lifetime. And all those who mocked us in unbelief to the very end will be the ones doing the final suffering, and we will get the last laugh. But we don't have to worry about that, because we will already ascend up into heaven with the trumpet of God, and we will be with the Lord forevermore by his grace, if we will just have faith in his only begotten Son. Amen. That's about all I've got for this lesson. Leave your comments down in the comments section below. If you have any questions, post them, and then we can have further discussion. But if this video has been any help to you at all, hit that thumbs up button and share the video with your friends and family and on your social media account. God bless you.